first in high school. My project is called Designing My Lifestyle. The reason I chose this project is that I wanted to intentionally design the lifestyle I am working toward. This represents my vision for life I want to build. For me, that starts with financial freedom, not just having money, but having control over my time and not being forced into a schedule I don't want. A big part of my vision is also being able to spend real quality time with my family. I also want to keep doing the things I enjoy, like wrestling, working on cars, and continuing to build my detailing business. Another important part of my vision is having the time to constantly learn and improve every day, whether that's through books, experiences, or the people I meet. So overall, my vision isn't just about being successful, it's about building a lifestyle where I have freedom, balance, and control over what I do every day. But in order to understand that vision, I had to first understand why it mattered in the first place. During the first few weeks of this class, we were given the opportunity to choose any project we wanted to work on. At first, I wasn't completely sure what I wanted to focus on, but over time, I started to realize that there was areas in my lifestyle that weren't really setting me up for success. Because of that, I decided to use this project as a way to improve those areas and start building better habits in my daily life. I understood that if I wanted to become more disciplined and successful, I couldn't just rely on motivation or ideas. I needed structure and consistent routines. One of the first changes I made was improving my sleep schedule. I started going to bed around 9 to 10 p.m. and waking up at 5:45 in the morning because I knew starting my day early with more energy would help me stay more focused and productive. I also began using a notebook more seriously. I started writing down my thoughts, organizing my ideas, tracking my goals, and keeping myself accountable for my daily tasks. Another habit I focused on was reading. Even though it's always been something I struggled with, I pushed myself to do it because I knew it would help me develop a better mindset and learn from other people's experiences. Overall, this was the point where I really started taking intentional steps toward improving my lifestyle and becoming more structured in how I approach the days. Another important part of my growth came from the books I started reading during this process. One of the main books that influenced my mindset was Chop Wood, Carry Water. That book helped me understand the importance of focusing on the process rather than the outcome. It taught me that consistency and small daily action is what really leads to long-term success. Another book that impacted me was Rich Dad Poor Dad for Teens. From that book, I started learning more about how money works, and it opened my mind to the idea of building assets and thinking differently about financial success. Overall, these books help shape how I think about discipline, success, and long-term growth. They supported the changes I was already trying to make in my life. As I started applying what I was learning, I began to notice real changes in how I thought and acted. One of the main ways I started applying what I was learning was through my car detailing business. I wanted not just to build better habits, but also to start gaining real experience with working, communicating, and creating something on my own. During the colder months at the beginning of the school year, I focused more on preparing for upcoming detailing season. I invested time into learning, organizing my tools, and getting ready with different products and equipment. I also made flyers and business cards to try and start getting my name out there, even though I eventually realized I wasn't fully ready at this stage to use them effectively. Even so, this process helped me a lot because it pushed me to start thinking more seriously about business and how to actually approach customers. Through this, I was able to get a few customers and start having real conversations with people about opportunities in business in general, which was a valuable learning experience for me. As I continued developing my business experience, I also started looking for more opportunities to learn from others. Looking back at this entire experience, the main thing I learned is that growth comes from consistency and taking actions, not just motivation or ideas. I also learned that everything in life is connected. My habits, mindset, school, wrestling, and business all affect each other more than I realized. Another key lesson is that opportunities come from putting yourself in the right environments and being willing to talk to people and try new things. I also learned to be patient with my growth and understand that progress doesn't happen instantly. It takes time and adjustments. Some other important lessons I took from this experience are that it's okay to be different. Everything happens for a reason, and having a clear vision is what helps keep you motivated when things get difficult. Overall, this project showed me that building a life I want isn't about one big change. It's about consistent improvement over time in every area of your life.